Hello. Hello. You voted I start early and I'm starting like a minute late. I just saw that. Anyways, hello everybody. Hello, Carmack Critique. Hello, Leanne. All right, let's get started. This is what you need to know. What you need to know. And also, I will mention that the mid-month will be up for extended group members in the next couple days, and everybody else by the 15th. So, hence mid-month. We're going to start with water, move to fire, air, and earth. I need to take a sippy poo. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. All right, let's jump right into it with the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, what you need to know. I should probably write the timestamp. All right. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, what you need to know right now. And I moved the computer back. Do you see my big, huge hands? Okay, anyway. All right. What you need to know. Water signs. Ooh. That was a lot. Alrighty. Water signs. What you need to know right meow. Okay. I'm so excited. Are you? Overall energy is number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. Pertaining to number 16, thoughts. That's good. I mean, your thoughts are what create your reality. And when we're open to personal healing and happiness, it means that you're shifting your thoughts from woe is me to me stopping a cat from... I'll be right back. No, thank you. You stay out. Apologies. I think they were just playing, but there's a smaller kitten and a bigger cat, and it was calling for help. It was calling for me. Anyway, it feels like you've shifted from disparaging thoughts, lack, less than, unworthy, whatever, into more positive thinking, positive affirmations, shifting your beliefs, right? We have the 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. The 6 of Coins, nice, not only balance, but some form of a windfall. The Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, creating, being an alchemy. Queen of Wands, and the 3 of Coins. So the Queen of Wands could be somebody that you're dealing with, but I feel more so when we're talking about the Magician. Queen of Wands, Aries energy specifically, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. It feels very much like passion, drive, forward momentum, magic. We will clarify, of course, to find out if that's just an energy that you're embodying and or if it's somebody that you're dealing with. And the 3 of Coins is talking about collaboration. So it could be somebody that you're working with, collaborating with. Also, it talks about your creative outlets, really tuning into things that spark that creativity. I heard one of a kind. Your underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have the Sun. That's just the happiest card in the deck. Happiness, joy, success, prosperity, abundance, creativity. And it's pertaining to number 35, pathway. Well, it feels like you've opened up the door. With their personal door to personal healing and happiness, it feels as though you've opened a new path, a new cycle. Things are starting to open up, transformative even. With the Ace of Coins, hopefully you can't hear the cat meowing on the other side of the door because he's not coming in. Ace of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a brand new tangible opportunity coming in. Could even be a financial windfall. Again, that's the second time. And then we have the High Priestess. So High Priestess, specifically Pisces energy, is talking about your intuition, your clarity, your clairs, if you will, the truth coming through to you, spiritual realm. This could be somebody that you are interacting with, reaching out to, or an energy that you're embodying. But we're going to clarify here. So let's get into it. What's this Three of Wands? Clearly, it's something you've been waiting for a shift, a change. Wow. The Three of Wands is being clarified by the Six of Cups in the reverse. The Sun card, Leo energy, and the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like what you've been waiting for that's actually coming in for you is to let go of the past. We're no longer focusing on the good, the bad, and the ugly of the past. We're not trying to, interesting, I heard possess. It almost feels like being obsessed with the past. What happened in the past, what could have been different, how things played out, what made you who you are today kind of energy. I feel like we're no longer seeking from the past. Hello, Mikey. And that's when we find our happiness, our joy. Not only that, but I feel like it's illuminating truth, clarity, a new way of thinking and believing. You could also be receiving heightened focus, but like intuitive hits constantly, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Like it just feels like somebody's cut through the veil. I definitely feel like there was some form of an emotional detachment, emotionally detaching and taking your energy back with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I feel like you've taken your power back from, again, whatever past situation that was keeping you from your healing and happiness, something that you kept mulling over, if you will. What is the Six of Coins? Six of Coins is being clarified by the Four of Wands, the Star card, Aquarius energy, and the King of Swords, Gemini energy. Interesting, because I feel like this windfall, for some of you, could be this loan that you've been wanting to get, is possibly coming from some form of a union. There could be a union in store for you, but also it talks about your templed path and having faith in the future, which is what's leading to this windfall, leading to the balance, leading to the finances coming in for you. With the King of Swords, there could be a Gemini or an air sign, somebody who is, I heard strictly by the book, very black and white thinking, somebody who is a wordsmith, if you will. But I feel more than anything, this is about you having laser focus on the future, as opposed to dwelling in the past or concerning yourself with the here and now. It's like focused on what it is that you're desiring. Not how you're going to get it, but just being in the energy of it. Magician. Ooh, I like it. The Magician, alchemy, you creating on purpose, is being clarified by the Fool, Aquarius, Aries energy. The Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So I feel like you are creating a brand new cycle, hence the pathway in your underlying energy, Once you step through that door to personal healing and happiness, you flip the script, if you will, let go of the past, you're opening this brand new door. Things are starting to shift and change. It could have been somewhat of a trickle effect to get to that kind of balanced area, but then we have this new beginning, and it seems to come in out of nowhere, this passion, drive, desire, and forward momentum. It's almost like, I don't know, I don't want to say depression, but being in that kind of like lull, or things aren't moving or happening, or I don't know what to do with myself, or like, it's just being in that energy of stuckness. And then out of the blue, brilliant ideas just start coming in like this, and doors start opening, and things just start shifting and changing. Like literally somebody opened the floodgates. Queen of Wands. Who or what is this Queen of Wands? Okay. The Queen of Wands is being clarified by an Ace of Cups, a brand new emotional experience. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Moon, Pisces energy. The Tower, Aquarius, Aries energy. And the Queen of Swords. So you have a lot of air energy here. You could have that in your chart, or you could be dealing with an air sign. I also feel like whomever this Queen of Wands is possibly a person that's coming in. Somebody that you're collaborating with and or working with. The Ace of Cups, brand new emotional experience. Yes, it could be love, but it also could be talking about your psychic gifts opening up. And filling your own cup, like feeling the love. With the Moon card, tied to the Moon card, the Moon is all about things that are hidden, secrets coming to light, but it also talks about going with the flow and for intuition and psychic abilities. Do we have... Yeah, tomorrow we have a full moon in Capricorn. So there could be something that's transpiring starting tomorrow with the full moon in Capricorn. Something shifting or changing around that full moon. I heard up to a waning moon. So give me 1 second and I'll see if I can find the waning moon. The Tower card, this is going to be life-changing, a major shift and change taking place. And with the Queen of Swords, Libra energy, that's also balance. That's about, again, focus on the future. Being able to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve you. I feel like this Queen of Wands energy could be a mix between air and fire. Passion, drive, forward momentum, very balanced in their approach, very laser focused. This feels like somebody, again, that's coming in for you. Now, it could end up being a love interest, but more than anything, I feel like this is something that you're creating. It could even be you embodying this energy, this passion, drive, but balanced. Interesting. What did I say? Waning moon? Okay, that's roughly a week. So between the 10th and the 17th. And it's a waning moon in Aries. Interesting, because that's Aries. Interesting, water signs. Hello, Orenda? Did I say that right? Orenda. Hello to you. Okay, I heard I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. The Three of Coins, which again is collaboration, but it's also working towards your craft, your creativity, doing things that really, it's not like you're 9 to 5. It's like if you love to paint, you're painting. If you love to write music, you're writing music. If you love to put together flower arrangements, that's what, like, it's very creative and it's truly opening things up for you. Why is that stuck? That's interesting. Uno momento. Weird. The Three of Coins is being clarified by the 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups in the reverse, and the High Priestess. I definitely feel like on some level you are embodying the high priestess energy, and or you're collaborating with a high priestess, meaning that you're working with somebody who embodies that energy, somebody who is, again, highly intuitive, psychic. I definitely feel like you are being called to follow your intuition to unlock that if it isn't already. This is something long term. So whatever you're putting forth the energy into, this collaboration of sorts, is going to be a long lasting 10 of Pentacles, upwards of 10 years, if not longer. And it's going to be grounded and stable. I feel like the days of fantasy land are over. And I don't mean your imagination, because that's how you create. I mean letting your I don't know if you want to say imagination or like daydreams or your mind kind of take you on its own little journey, where sometimes your mind goes to positive, sometimes it's negative, and then we get emotion involved in that. Well, that's kind of like manifesting by default. This feels more so like I'm very following my spiritual path. I'm very tied to my creativity. It's very different than, I heard Willy Wonka. It's very different than this imaginative, letting your mind run amok with you. I definitely feel like you are collaborating with others. Now, collaboration can mean a lot of things. It doesn't have to be that you have a business partner. It could be that you have a business and you've got people that work with you. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, but now I've got people that think that they need to come and take the kittens, which is totally fine. Don't get me wrong. Give me a minute. I'm back. A lady walking her cat in a baby carriage wanted to stop and look at the kittens, which, again, I want them all to have happy, loving homes. But when you start to try to run after them or touch them, they get a little skittish and scared and run away. So, where were we? Water signs. I feel like there is some form of a collaboration with others. I think you're opening doorways, gateways, if you will, following your intuition, laser focus. It feels like you've broken a cycle of almost like anxiety or depression. Underlying energy. Ace of Coins. What is the Ace of Coins? Oh, and happy birthday, Cancers. Yes, happy birthday, Cancers. Ace of Coins. Chariot card, Cancer energy. Victory, success, and forward momentum. The Lovers, Gemini energy. And the Hierophant, Taurus energy. This new opportunity, and again, we've got air energy here. Specifically Libra and Gemini, and fire, specifically it's Aries. But I don't necessarily, you could be dealing with somebody like that could be coming in for you, this collaboration. Now, soulmate, yes, it could totally be, this is the person that you're going to marry. Like, this is it. This is the union card, right? However, I will also say that soulmates come in many different packages. They're not just romantic. They can be lifelong friends, family members. I mean, it varies. There are people that come in and literally are the catalyst for shifts and changes. They are the gateway to our creativity. They come along in times to shift that energy and bring us into a new day. Now I'm getting the song, It's a New Day, It's a New Dawn. I'm not sure. Anyways, victory, success, forward momentum with this new opportunity. Again, I feel like it's a win. You are going to have some kind of a financial windfall. That's going to vary for everybody. It could be $100, could be $1 million. Like, who knows? It could be a long new opportunity that stretches out new finances over time. I also feel like this is something tangible coming in the 3D. So we're talking about a new business venture, most likely with your creativity. And there's a soulmate involved. With the Hierophant, this is a higher level of commitment, which to me, again, could be marriage of sorts with a person, but I feel like it's more than that, a higher level of spiritual commitment. The Hierophant is like a spiritual guru. So this is about, again, with the High Priestess, that could be the soulmate. It could be somebody that's coming in that's, in essence, a teacher. Okay, we also have the Temperance card, which is saying, don't get all rushy about things. Go with the flow. For some of you, it can seem to happen overnight. For some of you, it's going to be little breadcrumbs here and there, but inevitably it's moving you in that direction. I feel like you're being told to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. It's not about waking up tomorrow and being a multimillionaire retired at the age of 20. It is like there's wonderful ebbs and flows that are going to take place. So go with the flow. What is the High Priestess? Who is the High Priestess? One more. I heard crafting your design. I feel like it almost should be different, like designing your craft. But I heard crafting your design. High Priestess is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, Pisces, Sagittarius energy. We have a lot of Pisces out as well. The Wheel of Fortune is, again, some kind of a windfall. It also talks about things moving, progress being made seemingly out of nowhere after a time of stagnancy. With the Nine of Cups, emotional sovereignty and wish fulfillment. And the Seven of Swords. Interesting, because I feel like the Seven of Swords is going to go along with the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the other deck, which is leading towards the Nine of Pentacles. So the emotional sovereignty is leading to the Seven of Swords, and that to me is talking about kind of mapping things out with your focus, like one foot in front of the other. It feels very much like strategy, but I don't feel like strategy as in control and manipulation. I feel like strategy in the respect of Spirit's giving me an inclination. Spirit's giving me an idea, a hint, and I'm going to take it. And I feel like I'm moving in silence. And I feel like I'm moving in silence to not need other people to acknowledge what I'm doing, to give me kudos. This is like it's like a secret squirrel mission, but it's like my baby. So a lot of times when we share things with other people, secretly we're looking for accolades or like, oh yeah, great idea. Like we're looking for some kind of affirmation from another person. And when you're seeking anything, it means that you're lacking it within yourself. And therefore, I feel like it kind of puts a damper on it, as well as involving other people's energies, whether spoken or in their own mind, can kind of crap all over your ideas. So I feel like you are getting your wish fulfillment, and it's going to be financial, 100%, amongst many other things, I feel, because we do have the sun. But this is being able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor. And I feel like you're moving in silence. I feel like that is what the High Priestess is guiding you towards, your intuition, as well as if you are working with some kind of a spiritual guru, teacher, book, whatever the case may be. All right, water signs. Journey. Adventure awaits. A physically or emotionally expanding experience is ahead. Ascension, in other words. Number 30, patience. It's not time yet. Ah, that's the divine timing at play. Patience. Things are going to unfold naturally. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and we will move on to the fire signs. Good reading, by the way. Did I say water signs? We'll move on to the fire signs. Good reading, water signs. And sorry about my few absences. Okay, shuffle. I did. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. I did. Oh. I did get them. The other one's over there. It's so funny. Cats are is no different than humans in the way that they can be a projection of your inner self. And I had aggressive little kitty, and then I had aggressive adults going after kitty. I don't know. I'm very protective over my strays. Unless she would have said, yeah, I'll take one right now, I would have come back to you guys and been like, let's take a 10. We're taking a 10-minute break. I've got kittens to rehome. Is it Mikey or Milky? I think it's Milky. I can't see. The I and the possible L are very close together. But hello. Hopefully I didn't say it wrong. Yeah, so dogs are great. I'm not going to knock the dogs. But cats, on the other hand, are self-sufficient. They were praised by the Egyptians. Cats are pretty self-sufficient, I should say. Most of them. I've got one that lives in the house that's very needy, and he talks a lot. Okay. One more shuffle. I don't know how this deck ended up way over there. Let's move it. Let's move it. Happy Wednesday. Happy 9th of July. No, I know I had to look at the calendar. And I should flip that one back. Alrighty. Water signs have set the bar high today. Fire signs at... Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. What you need to know right now. Aries, Leo, Sag. What you need to know. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's interesting. What was going to flip out compared to what actually flipped out. Two totally different cards, I'll tell you what. All right. Aries, Leo, Sag, what you need to know right now. Huh. Interesting. Oakley dokley. Fire signs, overall energy. We have number 5, healer of the ages, pertaining to number 2, main female. The energy of being in the healer of the ages. For a lot of you, you could be a healer. Definitely. For a lot of you, it's pertaining to a person in your life, a main female specifically, who is a healer of sorts, whether they're healing you, healing others, or for those who it's a person and not your own energy, I feel like it's almost like healing by default. Like being around this person's energy is very healing. Interesting. We have a king of coins. Specifically Virgo energy, but it is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A 7 of wands and a queen of coins. The reason I find this interesting, Capricorn energy on this, is that you're a fire sign, and yet we have 2 earth signs here, and I believe that they are separate. Whether you're embodying one and it's another, and or these are 2 other people. The king of coins is somebody who is very grounded, stable. It's the energy of somebody, in essence, kind of meticulous. It feels very orderly. And this person feels like they like the finer things in life. They're all about the earthly realm. So they may not have a whole lot of spiritual. They're literally opposite of Pisces. So you've got Pisces, who is highly spiritual, highly intuitive, highly psychic. The king of coins, or Virgo energy, being the stark opposite, is going to be very much grounded, stable, 3D oriented, very I need the proof. The proof is in the pudding kind of energy. They do like the finer things in life, and they do like expressing themselves in gifts or lavish. They like to spend. The 7 of wands is defensive energy. This is going to be an energy of very defensive, very almost pushing against other energies, other people, places, and situations. Specifically a queen of coins, which Capricorn energy. So fire signs, we have this king of coins. And again, you could be embodying this. Take it how it resonates. It could be somebody you're dealing with who is adamantly pushing against a queen of coins. So queen of coins is somebody who's very like maternal, motherly. It's an energy again of somebody who is grounded and stable. They like the finer things in life. Somebody who's very about the finer things in life, tangible, and again, they're very unique in their own right, but they're very much alike. And and maybe that's the key, that they're just very much alike. And we've got one pushing against the other. Interesting. Underlying energy, which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 35, the first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is about your stability and security. So you're in one of these energies, whether you like it or not, whether you knew it or not, you're in one of those. And we've got number 38, toil and labor is what it's pertaining to. So you're working diligently in the first chakra, exhaustingly, which tells me a few things. Stability, security, fight, flight, ego. We're in the first chakra. So like the first chakra, if you think about what it truly is about, it's like caveman, where it's about I eat, I survive, I do the dirty to procreate or whatever, and that's it. That's it. Like, it's survival. And toil and labor feels like we've been working at this for a really long time. And the fact that we've got two earth energies here, and there's one pushing against another, which I find interesting. Are we talking about your masculine and feminine? I don't know. We're going to clarify. But either way, healer of the ages is beautiful energy, because if this person is here to heal you, beautiful. We have the realm. If I can pick the card up. Capricorn, Aquarius energy. This is the world. It is the ending of a cycle. You're coming to the end of a cycle. What cycle are we ending? This cycle. And I love this because that's why you're in this energy and calling this energy in. As well as the fact that, oh my gosh, you don't want to be stuck in your first chakra energy. We have an 8 of Wands. It's almost as though you're celebrating this closing out of a cycle. And the 8 of Wands is very fast moving, passion. It could be communication. It could be all sorts of things. But it's energy coming in very quickly. Major shift into what? The Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. The Empress is rebirth. It's like being born again. This stupid thing is driving me insane. And then it just freezes. Ridiculous. Anyway, it's rebirth, but it's also a time of fertility to turn your dreams into reality. I feel more than anything, this is about your rebirth, prosperity, abundance, and just a very fertile time in your life to create, if you will. I'm excited about clarifying this for you, fire signs. I'm just going to close this out. This is silly sauce. Okay. King of Coins. Who or what is this King of Coins? King of Coins is being clarified by the Knight of Wands. Passion, drive, and forward momentum. That feels like your energy. The Star card, Aquarius energy, wish fulfillment and having faith in the future. And the Four of Swords, which is meditation, healing, rest, rejuvenation, and receiving guidance and downloads. So I almost feel as though this is your energy, that you're the one pushing against another. But we'll find out if this is you, or I feel like this is you pushing something. I feel like for a time you've also been possibly of two minds. Interesting. I'm seeing 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the water. What card is that? Isn't that's the Star card. It's also the Temperance card, divine timing. But this is an energy of emotional and energetic exhaustion. It's juggling. It's between two worlds of two minds. And it feels like the toil and labor is what it feels like. What's a 7 of Wands? Well, 7 of Wands. That defensive energy is being clarified by the Sun. Sun, Leo energy, joy, happiness, success, abundance, prosperity. But it also talks about illumination. And I feel like it's illuminating the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands clarifying the 7 of Wands. So for some of you, this is talking about somebody who, whether it's you or the other person, who is defending others from penetrating their joy, their happiness, like feeling the need to, no, like you are not coming into my world. You are not messing with my bubble. But who are they pushing against? The Emperor, Aries energy. That's interesting because I feel like that's you, possibly. unless you're dealing with an Aries, aka Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you, I feel like you're the one that might be being pushed against, but you go ahead and flip the rules as need be. I'm going to read this at this point as this is somebody else. This is your energy. But if you're like, no way, it's the other way around, flip the roles. This feels the defensive energy is because somebody doesn't want somebody to steal their sunshine, to take away their happiness. But I also feel like they're pushing against the idea of the emperor, somebody who's in charge, somebody who's in control, somebody who embodies all four kings, somebody who is a leader, not only taking a leadership role in their own life, but a leader to others. And why I find this interesting is because this could be somebody pushing against you, or the way I read it is that somebody's literally trying to push against you. But I feel like the reason they're pushing against you is because the emperor also has a tendency to be bossy, controlling, my way or the highway. So take that how it resonates. Again, from the bottom of the deck, that Aries is the queen. That's the fire sign. I told you I felt like you were one of these people, and I feel like that's you. Queen of Coins, please. It's coming out. It's coming out. Queen of Coins is being clarified by the King of Wands. It is the fire sign. That's why I said it's coming out. It didn't accidentally pop for no reason. We have the World card in the reverse. The same card in your underlying is in the reverse, which tells me that we're not completing a cycle. We're attempting to relive a cycle. We're attempting to continue a cycle. The 10 of Pentacles and the Death card. This is about you being unwilling and unable to make a choice and decision, being in the energy of chaos, drama, energy leak. And it's interesting because we've got this person here that is like going after their dreams and desires. I almost wonder if this is you split. I mean, instead of it being two different people, if this is you split. Ego mind, spirit mind. Actually, it'd be vice versa. But inevitably, I'm reading this as if it's another person that is passion driven, taking off, moving forward, having faith in their future. They're all about the spiritual, meditating, receiving guidance, intuition, download, and 100% pushing against trying to keep their happiness, joy, creativity, and pushing against the Emperor, the fire sign, you, which is the other earth energy. The King of Wands also showed up as the Queen of Wands. Somebody who wants to repeat an old cycle because it feels comfortable, because they've invested in it for time, energy, upwards of 10 years, if not longer. And the Death card, transmutation, which I find interesting because what I feel like is you're going to change whether you want to or not. We have the Death card. There's going to be an ending taking place. You can't hold on to this. It's not going to stay. Transmutation, hence the healing. You're moving out of this. This is the repeat cycle. This tells me you've repeated this cycle numerous times. But not no more. not no more. Okay, the realm. The realm for the fire signs. Like, are you just defensive by nature? Like, super defensive. So, ready or not, whether you like it or not, this cycle is coming to an end. And I feel it interesting because we've got the Lovers, soulmate connection, defensive energy, the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So again, it's like this cycle's coming to an end and you're still saying, but not this part of it. Can't take this. No, I'm keeping this safe. I'm defending against this. But what are you pushing against? A higher level of commitment? Or is this somebody you're dealing with that is pushing against a higher level of commitment? And not only that, but it's a higher level of spiritual commitment to the spiritual self. Again, it's like I'm getting mixed messages here. For some of you, this is your ego versus your spirit. For others of you, this is literally somebody who is 100% of the light, and they do not, they've already left the cycle. And in essence, you're trying to keep it, or they're trying to keep some kind of a soulmate connection and not, it feels like not take the spiritual path, spiritual integrity, not continue to do the work, which is why it doesn't feel like this is the same person over here. It feels more like this is this person. But I feel like somebody's wanting to hold on to a connection come hell or high water. And it's kind of like, no, it's not going to happen. This has really got you up in your headspace, overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety. Maybe they're trying to hold on to something, their happiness. It's like, it feels like they're protecting their happiness. They're protecting against something. What's the Eight of Wands? Coming in hot and quick, hot and heavy. It's coming in. Healing, rest, rejuvenation, clarity, truth, which is causing you sleepless nights, fear, stress, anxiety, overthinking, because the cycle came to an end. You can't push against things. You have to go with the flow, whether you like it or not, especially when it comes to other people. The Three of Swords, it's leading to heartache. It's leading to heartache. The Five of Cups. It's leading to sadness, but it's because your mind is saying one thing, and you're breaking your own heart. It has nothing to do with the person. Empress. That's interesting. The Empress, the rebirth. Pisces energy, King of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Moon, Pisces energy. Are you dealing with the Pisces? You got Pisces in your chart? Is there a Pisces coming in for you? I don't know. Maybe it's me. I'm a Pisces. This is about, if this is a person, I feel like this is your healer. This would be somebody who's kind, caring, compassionate, highly intuitive, and psychic. This would be healer energy. With the Knight of Cups, which talks to me about needing to follow your heart. Also feels like somebody is like, there's some form of emotional bearing, if you will. For some of you, I don't necessarily feel like this is a new romantic situation coming in. I feel like this is your healer. The Moon card, I feel like this is more or less walking into the shadow. It is definitely being called to follow your intuition and things of that nature. But I feel like unraveling the truth with love, coming into the true shadow energy with love, bringing light. I feel like you are going to be going through a major spiritual awakening. Hermit card, Virgo energy, going within, finding the truth of who you truly are. And we cannot find the truth of who we truly are until we unmask what we've been hiding, which in essence, as I'm looking at this, is defensive energy, cycles repeating over and over again, which means that we're not even facing the truth, literally stuck in the ego, fight or flight, survival mode. And I feel like you're being led and guided internally. I don't feel like at this point you are the healer. I feel like there is somebody that is coming in to assist in that with the energy that I'm reading. And again, flip the roles if need be. But with the energy I'm reading, it feels very much like there's a cycle coming to an end with another person, and that you're in the energy of wanting to repeat a cycle, but somebody is stepping in to walk you through all of that. Let's read your other cards. Unfriendly. Keep your guard up. We aren't friends, and I may have a hostile attitude. Could be somebody you're dealing with or yours. Vent. I have a lot to say about a situation and need a good listener. This feels like all your energy. Reconnection. I know it's been a while, but I miss having you in my life. I feel like there's a person that you don't want to let go of. And then we have number 12, next fall. And or it's flipped. There's somebody that doesn't want to let go of you. I can only read it the way that I am receiving it. But like I say, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Something is happening by next fall. We're in the middle of summer right now. So in the next few months, I want to say fall. Isn't that in September, October-ish area time? Here in the U.S. anyway. All right, I'm going to shuffle. And then we will move on to the air signs. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, sorry. I'm not sorry. Right. Ooh, with the Pisces. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello, Reaction King. Good to see you. Just so you know, because I know, Reaction King, you are all about the water. It was the first one I did. So if you want to watch it now, you'd have to scroll all the way to the beginning of the live. But yeah, water signs were first. And it was a really good reading, if I do say so myself. And I do. Oakley dokley. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you for donations, for the gifts, for being part of the gratitude and extended group memberships. Thank you to all of my clients for all the personal readings. I appreciate you guys tremendously. And I'm not trying to throw anybody else under the bus, but Sean is my, number one gift giver. I'm not saying I don't get stuff from other people. I'm just saying that, hands down, that man is just, makes me feel like it's my birthday and Christmas almost every month. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. One more little sippy poo. And then air signs. Add. Air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, air signs. What do we have for the air signs? Ooh, what do the air signs need to know right now? What do they need to know? Air signs. That is Rockstar. Interesting. Air signs. Air signs. I don't know why. What a movie is it? Is it Bill and Ted? Excellent Adventure. Air signs. Party on. It's not air signs, but that's what popped in when I said air signs. Party on. It's Wayne's World. I don't know. Maybe you're being called to watch that. Could be something in there for you. You never know. All right. Am I taking it? Yes or no? Yes. Now it's stuck in my head. Wayne's World, party on. I think that's it. Air signs. I'm low-key not happy with you. I'm a little disappointed. All right, air signs. Specifically, Leanne and Sean. No, I'm kidding. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to check out your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. At least the top three. Sun, Moon, Rising. Like, if one's like, ew, then check the other. And if you're all in the same element, well, that sucks. Unless you're water sign. Anyway, number 32, Door to Spirit. And it's pertaining to number 19, Coffin. So I like the energy because I feel like there's something dying off. There's an old energy that's dying out. You're transmuting something, which is good, given what the cards are showing. I don't know if you just heard my knee crack. Oh, it cracked. Anyway, we have the Two of Swords. You know, I'm not surprised because you're air energy, but come on now. This is unwilling or unable to make a choice or decision. It's kind of stuck energy. We have a High Priestess. Pisces energy. It's me. I'm the High Priestess. I'm just saying. I really am. But maybe not your High Priestess. The High Priestess is that door to spirit. And whether this is a person or an energy, it's about following your intuition. The High Priestess is like a witchy woman kind of energy. Doesn't have to be a woman, but that's just kind of how it goes. Witchy woman, witchy man, whatever. It's somebody who's highly intuitive, psychic. They're highly spiritual. And there's something pertaining to this energy or person, whether it's your intuition talking to you that you're like, and closed off. I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to make a choice or decision. Or it's somebody that you're working with that, again, you're just like, no. I'm like, I know you're saying to go this way or that way, but I'm not doing it. Nine of Wands. Why? Because we have a little karmatic wounding. Sean, I'm sorry. We have a little chironic, not karmakian, chironic wounding. Literally right before the reading, I'm like, Sean's so amazing. Carmack, oh, thank you, all the gifts. And then I'm like, you're the problem. Anyway, chironic wounding, the Knight of Wands. It's about things that you've been carrying around, burdens that experiences you've been through that you're just not willing to drop. And in order to shift, you need to drop it. You need to let things go. These are old habits. These are energies that you've just attached to yourself, whether it's like your coat of armor and this is how I protect myself by treating people this way or doing that or playing the blame game or victim victor. It's a lot about the ego, but it's also these experiences that energetically have a hold on us, because instead of just having an experience and then seeing it as an experience, no. We are programmed very young, like you have an experience, don't forget, don't forgive, hold on to that shit forever, which causes dis-ease within the body. I mean, you can ask people, like, list 10 of your happiest times in life, and then on the other side, list 10 of your worst situations. You know how what side's going to fill up quicker? And it's because we've been programmed to hold on to the junk, and then the good stuff, it's kind of like fleeting. Like, oh yeah, I remember that one time, kind of. It's just, it's no fault of your own. We're programmed. But follow your intuition, or whoever this is. We'll clarify. We'll find out. I might have a card in there that says Amber. I should just in case. I won't do that. Anyways, underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 53, Magician and the Mirror. I love this card. It is the Magician, yes, which is all about alchemy and creation. In this specific deck, though, this energy, the Magician and the Mirror, feels as though the person who is creating, there is a mirror effect taking place. And although there's always a mirror effect, I feel like this is telling me one of two things. Either somebody is reflecting your true energy back to you, and or you're on some level understanding the mirror effect. I feel more so like this is somebody reflecting it back to you. Who is this somebody? The main male. There's somebody that I feel like, and this is happening underneath the surface, which tells me that maybe you're not aware of it. You could be, but this feels very much like there's a reflection taking place, where as without, so within, or as within, so without. You know what I meant. So normally karma, which happens every second of every day, is subtle. And like, it's not necessarily a tit for tat. It's kind of like, oh, I thought ill of a person in my head. I imagined a confrontation. And like a month later, it plays out. And we don't correlate. We almost give ourselves a pat on the back like, you were right. When in reality, you weren't right. You created it. This, with the Magician in the Mirror, it feels very instantaneous. Like, and also it's not about you thinking ill on somebody else. It's literally your energy being reflected back to you. So if you are normally kind of an asshole, it's like this main male is an asshole to you. And you're like, what did I do to this person? Like what the... It's because they're literally behaving as you. They're mirroring you back to yourself, is what it feels like. Now, it goes both ways. Like, don't think it's always negative, because it's not. But I feel like we have a smidgy of both. And the reason being is because I feel like you are creating a brand new cycle. The Fool, Aquarius, Aries energy. Definitely gorgeous energy. Like, Magician in the Mirror, brand new cycle. Amazing. And then we have the Adversary. Interesting. How do I... Uno momento. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know why, but the Death card came to mind, and it wasn't the Death card. It's the Devil. Capricorn energy. I feel like there's some things that you're still holding on to. And this is shadow energy. So shadow energy, I've explained a million times. It's like codependency. It's ego energy. It's fight or flight. It's victim victor. It's a lot of things. We'll clarify and see if we can get to the bottom of it. But I feel very much like there's a door to spirit opening. I feel like you're transmuting out of old energy. But I feel like there's still a little stuck energy. And there's still a little devil energy that you're holding on to. I heard worst case scenario. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're just up in your head about worst case scenario constantly. The cup is very pessimistic, which can lead to a lot if you're like everything. You're definitely creating. And lucky for you, somebody's reflecting back your energy. Now, brand new beginning. Again, beautiful energy. New cycle beginning. But we got to watch this devil energy, which we'll find out what this is. Okay. Let's get into it. Air signs. Hairy signs. Two of Swords. What are we not willing to do? Making a choice. Okay. Well, Minor Arcana of the World card, turning our back completely on an old cycle and moving forward with faith in the future. Doesn't feel like we're 100% letting go of the past. Emperor energy, Aries, could pertain to a boss, a hierarchy, somebody who is in control or charge, could pertain to a father figure, somebody that I just feel like there's a situation that you're not letting go of. I feel like you're also unwilling and unable to put forth the work, energy, and effort to take your power back. Like I told you, unwilling and unable to make a choice or a decision, to take action. Because that in itself is action. It's like doing nothing and hoping for change. Not going to happen. And it's not even an external doing that needs to take place. It's an internal. But like I said, I feel like this is in the middle. And then we've got this on the outside. So who or what is this High Priestess? Okay. High Priestess energy is being clarified by the Hermit, Virgo, spiritual awakening, going within, getting to know your, oh my gosh, there was a bug on my face. Ah! What the fuck was that? I think it was a gnat. Not only did I feel it, but I saw it. I saw it. Oh my God. Center. That was fucking creepy. Okay. High Priestess, the Hermit, Virgo energy, spiritual awakening. It was a gnat. I don't know why they swarm around my plants. And so, because there's nothing else in this room but plants and me. Yeah. Anyway, spiritual awakening. Finding your true self, going within, doing the work. Tower card, life changing, to completely dismantle the non-stable foundation you've built your life upon, to no fault of your own. Literally, it's no fault of your own. It's your programming. Aquarius, nope. No. Aries, Scorpio. The Lovers, Gemini. I feel like this is a soulmate, whoever this High Priestess energy is. And again, I'll tell you all again, a soulmate does not have to be a lover, romantic person. It can be. It doesn't have to be. It'll be different for everybody. This is the energy of somebody who's meant to come into your life. And this person is a banger because they are literally pushing upon you forced change. I mean, it's work you have to do yourself. The Hermit, nobody can do the Hermit for you. It's something you have to do. But I feel like this person is here to walk the path with you. Moon on the bottom, which tells me, again, needing to tune into your higher intuition, your spiritual side, but also move through the dark night of the soul. It's also Pisces energy. I'm a Pisces. Just throwing that out there. Nine of Wands. Interesting. Nine of Wands is being clarified by the Justice, balance, Libra energy, the Knight of Wands, and the Star card, Aquarius energy. The Nine of Wands is, we're almost to the 10, right? We're still in that wounded warrior energy where if you look at let me find it. Nine of Wands, where is it at? If you look at the picture of the Nine of Wands, he's been through hell. He's holding on to all of these battle wounds, if you will, these energetic imprints, these burdens. But he's almost to the 10. This is your 10th wand. When you dredge up the passion, drive, and desire to shift and change your life, to go within, to majorly transform your entire existence, we bring in the balance. We bring in the 9th or the 10th wand. We drop the burdens. We find the faith in the future. The future forward thinking, the passion, the drive, the desire, the forward momentum. What's the Fool card? Okay. I'm getting a song. I've been working on the railroad. I've been working on the railroad all the live long days. Interesting. I don't know if that means anything to you. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that there is a foundation, upwards of 10 years. Could be a job, a home, some form of stability and security in the 3D. It's 3D and energetic. It's there, but it's not joyful. It's not happy. It's false. It's fake. It's like a false sense of security. I feel like the new beginning is taking place when we let go of that. Not only letting go of it, but then we have the 6 of Cups. Nostalgia for the past. Continuing to look back on the past. We're moving away from it. We're moving away from this false sense of security. We're moving away from the past, the nostalgia, the dredging up of the old emotional things from the past. And this is like a rite of passage. We're literally jumping in our little boat, our life preserver, and we're moving to emotionally calmer, more mental, emotional, calmer waters. So we're moving away. We're dropping the burdens, the 10 of Wands. What's the Devil card? Something that is ever so slightly holding us back. We have a 10 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Devil. 10 of Cups is like a family. Happy family, happy life. What's holding us back, what we're holding on to, I feel like is family. Something pertaining to family, maybe parents, upbringing, family. The Lovers. Soulmate connection. and the devil. There's something pertaining to, and then we have you here on the bottom. Interesting. I wonder if this soulmate is the Emperor. And they're tied to the devil. So, we're talking about family. Some kind of family situation, whether it's yours or your growing up family, which with the Six of Cups, something that we're moving away from, you're still holding on to something. You're holding on to something pertaining to childhood. And a soulmate connection. We were talking about being unwilling or unable to make a choice or a decision pertaining to the High Priestess, your intuition or a spiritual guru of sorts. And that this is life-changing. I feel like the devil, this tie, pertains to an emperor. We have you. Manifesting. Magician in the mirror. You're manifesting. The emperor. It's almost like what's being reflected back to you. This is almost like a little mind-blowing. There's a need for you to let go, surrender your control, move in a new direction. But it feels like it's pertaining to this soulmate that you've been holding on to. Whether it's an idea of a soulmate or it's literally the emperor. Like, I feel like you're manifesting this boss, this leveling up energy, this taking a leadership role in your own life. But I feel as though what you're holding on to, okay, maybe this is what you're meant to move towards, is the leadership role in your own life, becoming your own boss, embodying all four kings. And you're holding on to some soulmate connection that is toxic on some level. Now, again, I feel like the soulmate connection is being tied to family. And that when you do the inner work, when you follow the higher guidance, that the life-changing is the soulmate connection. That's what's gonna shift and change. And I feel like maybe that's why you're not making a decision. Whether on some level you're because you're attached definitely to this energy. I'm just curious if it's an energy, not an actual person anymore, but an energy pertaining to a soulmate. An energy that you're reflecting, like you're the magician in the mirror to this person. Like you're mirroring your father or your brother or your grandfather, or like you're mirroring that energy. Interesting. I don't know. Vent. I have a lot to say about a situation and need a good listener. Goodbye. The moment has come to part ways. Our paths are diverging, and it's time to let go. Number 18, April. Something happened in April. Maybe something started in April and the next couple of weeks. And something's going to play out over the next couple of weeks. Next full moon. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. It's only a day away. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to the earth signs. Lastly, but not leastly, the earth signs. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Do, 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 do. I like chimichangas. Not really, I just went along with the song. It's probably just my sweetness. Well, because I only have this in here when I do lives, and it's not a Red Bull, it's a Rockstar. Red Bulls are gross. Ugh. It's my energy, it's my go-go juice. One never knows. Sometimes it's coffee, sometimes it's green tea. No, they swarm around my plants. I should look that up. One would think that means that, like, I'm overwatering, but I know I don't do that. Heck no. They're lucky if they get to drink once a week. No, I try to remember to water my plants once a week. But, yeah, there's nothing else in here. It's my office / walk-in closet. And I got a fly in here. Fly. I don't know what attracts. Well, okay. So let me elaborate on the plants I have in here. I have an avocado tree and a lemon tree. In their growth stages, like they're growing. They're not full on yet. I don't know. I had a wild hair one day and decided I was going to grow an avocado from the seed, and same with my lemon. I had lemon seeds, and I was like, I'm gonna grow a lemon tree in my house. So I don't know. It was just a little off-putting to see a bug crawling next to my eyeball and feel it. I felt it first and then saw it in the camera and was like, oh, no. No, thank you, I said. No, thank you. Alrighty. Let's go out with a bang. A good bang. With the earth signs, let's have it be a good bang, like positive, like lovey, like wonderful. Like we started good, let's end good. Screw the middle signs. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Earthlings. 1, Earthlings, Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn. What you need to know. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what you need to know right now. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Crossy watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay, I keep getting the song, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. So take that how it resonates for you. So, you. Oh. I forgot. la 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 la. Ooh. Okay, we'll call that good. All right. Earth signs. Overall energy. The Strength card. Angel of Strength, number 50. I feel like you are in your power, for sure. It's pertaining to your thoughts. Strength, perseverance is what I was thinking. When it comes to your thoughts about another person, is what it feels like. We have a Ten of Swords, which tells me that you are done with stabbing yourself in the back with an old way of thinking, believing, things that weren't serving you. Pertaining to the Hierophant, a higher level of commitment, Taurus energy. For some of you, this is literally some form of relationship, a higher level of commitment. But I also feel like this is you shifting the way that you were thinking about your spiritual side. For the majority of you, I feel like you have taken your power back in a situation and you're no longer in the energy of victim or victor. In fact, you are more spiritual integrity when it comes to your thoughts. You've shifted out of an old behavioral pattern. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. I feel like I spoke too soon. Nine of Cups in reverse tells me that you are not emotionally sovereign at this moment and that there was no emotional wish fulfillment taking place. We have a Four of Cups, a form of rejection. Something has been rejected. I feel like you've taken your power back, though. I really do. And as far as the emotional sovereignty, we'll clarify on that. I feel like more than anything, something that you thought was a wish fulfillment wasn't. It didn't end up being that. And that there was I heard betrayal, but there was some form of rejection that took place. Underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 47, the Thinking Woman. Pertaining to number 30, judication. There's a judgment that's taking place. And I feel like, again, you've shifted into more of a transformative way of feeling or thinking about it. You're in your strength, your power. But it doesn't feel like domineering. It feels very much like highly spiritual, like I want what's best for all involved. We're not talking bad about other people kind of energy. We have a Two of Cups. This feels like the judication, the judgment is coming in some form pertaining to a relationship. We have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is recognition. It's also bringing balance in. But I feel like what the recognition is about is the Six of Coins. And that is some form of a windfall. I feel like whether you're offering somebody money or somebody's offering you money, I feel like this is a balanced win-win situation. We do have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. This is where you're gaining that new perspective, understanding, clarity, truth with the Nine of Coins. You are getting a wish fulfillment, but this is a financial wish fulfillment. The love aspect of it didn't seem to work out too well. And the Nine of Coins talks about not only wish fulfillment, but being able to reap the rewards of the fruits of your labor. And believe it or not, your energy is the fruits of your labor. So by coming at a situation from a balanced, higher perspective, from being in your personal strength and power in the respect of wanting what's best for all involved, sending everybody love, regardless of the situation or what you may have thought about this person or situation previously, that is how you're going to earn that reward. So, what's a Ten of Swords? Ten of Swords is being clarified by the Three of Wands. when it comes to the old way of thinking and believing, I feel like some form of an opportunity came up for you to go within. Virgo energy. This whole situation could have been what, in essence, was the catalyst for you being able to go within and truly get to know thyself, truly shift and ascend, if you will, out of a feeling of lack, despair, less than, feeling not good enough, not worthy, feeling neglected, left out in the cold, which I feel like was the root cause of the old way of the old life, really, but the old way of thinking and believing. The Wheel of Fortune, I feel like that immediately shifted you. I also feel like you understood the correlation between the thoughts and beliefs and your reality. The bottom is the Six of Cups in the reverse, which tells me that it finally allowed you to release the past. Hierophant. Well, I'm not taking all those. That's insane. But then they dropped out of my hand. Okay. Hierophant, the higher level commitment. We have a Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign. Have that in your chart. This is somebody who's kind, caring, compassionate. Cancer energy. This is an energy of the Two of Pentacles, which is about being of two minds and of two worlds, in essence. It's energetically and emotionally draining, overworked. In this feels like a commitment to this person. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Take it how it resonates. And that it was exhausting, draining. There is a time of healing and rest, rejuvenation that is taking place after arguments, fights, bad mouthing, bad talking. I feel like I heard, and the truth shall set you free. It's like an epiphany or a clarity comes in. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is you moving away. I feel like you're moving away from this situation, albeit slowly. It feels like it took some time, but this is the energy of you moving away. Towards what? I don't know. Probably your Nine of Coins. What's the Nine of Cups in the reverse? The Nine of Cups in the reverse is pertaining to a union. Chironic wounding, burdens, things you've been holding on to for far too long. Due to the seeds you've planted that are directly tied to your wounds. We plant the seeds from our energy. They're energetic seeds. It's what creates our reality. So if we have all this shit that we're holding on to, that's what we're planting the seeds of. And it's heartache, heartbreak, but it's also pessimistic because everybody has the opportunity for new beginnings. Everybody has the opportunity for their cup to be filled. But when we focus on this, we create more of this. So that is why your Nine of Cups was in the reverse. What's the Four of Cups? Rejection. I can't make this shit up. Four of Cups is being clarified by the Four of Cups. All right, what are we rejecting? I heard unholy matrimony. Interesting. So we have rejection pertaining to the Hierophant in the reverse. Commitment. There's no commitment. We're rejecting the lack of a commitment. Maybe this person wasn't committing. Maybe you didn't want to commit to them. We have a Queen of Wands, Aries energy. Interesting because you have a water sign and you have a fire sign. Earth signs. Are they one and the same? Or are we talking about two different people here? It's your story. You know your story. The rejection is pertaining to the lack of a commitment with a Queen of Wands, Aries energy specifically, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. And the lack of commitment, this fire sign, I should say, is somebody who is passionate, driven. They like to be the center of attention. They like to be in control. They're kind of magical, very charismatic. We have the Justice card, which to me is the adjudication. There's an ending taking place because there's a form of rejection pertaining to a desire to not be committed, which is interesting because in the Hierophant over here, we have a Queen of Cups. But this is juggling. Do you have a commitment with this Queen of Cups? And we've got somebody else? Or did they have somebody else? The higher level of commitment is over here. The rejection doesn't have a commitment. But I feel like the rejection is coming because there is no commitment. Interesting. The plot thickens, fire signs. This is your hot mess. You can figure it out. You know where you are. I'm just telling you what's going on. Like, youch. Two of Cups. What's a Two of Cups? One more. So, the Two of Cups, again, I feel is the adjudication, the separation, the ending of something. We have the Judgment card. This is a surrendering and moving in a new direction. Scorpio energy, life-changing, maybe got sprung on you from out of nowhere, but this is literally like a life-changing moment. The Tower card, Aries, Scorpio, and the Five of Swords. There's been some arguments, some fights, some disagreements in said couple. Well, especially if there's juggling going on. What's the Six of Wands? So your recognition, what you're recognizing is that whatever your commitment is, your higher level of commitment is stressful. It's got you overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, because there's no love. Because there's no love. There's no love. What's the Six of Coins? Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's a lack of feeling love from them. I feel like it's you. Six of Coins. We've got the Two of Wands, the Strength card, which is the energy you're sat in, and the Six of Swords. I feel like you're bringing balance. I feel like there's some kind of financial windfall that's coming your way. It's allowing you to turn your back on the old and move forward with faith in the future, to end an old cycle, to take your power back, Leo energy. And once you've taken your power back, to move to calmer emotional and mental waters. You're going to get out of your headspace. You're taking your power back. What is the Hanged Man energy? I still have the song. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. So, the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, you're able to view things in a new perspective. You're seeing things clearly. What are we seeing clearly? We're understanding the Five of Cups, the ebb and flow of emotion. We're understanding the Three of Swords, heartbreak, and the tie that it has to our mind, our thoughts creating our things. And then we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So the Knight of Swords, the fastest moving knight in the deck, talks about sometimes knee-jerk communication, reaction, But it's mental, it's mind. It does sometimes talk about epiphanies, but I feel like when we're talking about these energies put together, and you're viewing a new perspective, you're understanding a new perspective on heartbreak, you're understanding a new perspective on how the mind and emotions are creating, and also understanding that there is no need to be quick to judgment or let the thoughts run rampant. To gain a new perspective is to really go within, right? But I also feel like we're talking about this water sign. Now, for some of you, it's not that you're dealing with a water sign. It's just talking about your actual emotions. But I find that very hard to believe. However, I'm putting it out there. I feel like you're understanding that you're gaining a new understanding in this heartbreak. How your thoughts are correlated. I also feel like for some of you, there is a lack of communication, but there's also a lack of knee-jerk reaction. It's more of a response. This is pertaining to this Queen of Cups, specifically Cancer, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. An energy of feeling abandoned or left out in the cold. An energy of you emotionally detaching. I feel like you're finally emotionally detaching from this whirlwind of emotions, and or this person emotionally detached from you, and gained a new way of thinking and believing. But frankly, from the beginning of all of this, I feel like this is your energy, your understanding, you're gaining a new perspective. And when you finally emotionally detach, you're moving into the Nine of Pentacles, which is, or excuse me, the Nine of Pentacles, which is the next card that we're clarifying. So, gosh, earth signs, I thought we were like, where are we going? I mean, yeah, I feel like we're going out with a bang, but not really how I desired. Nine of Coins. I feel like after a time of drama and chaos, you finally get the Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting because then we have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like your wish fulfillment is coming because of an understanding. It's almost like drama provided karma, provided overwhelming energy and emotional turbulence, chaos, too much to handle. Your Nine of Coins, it's like this is what you endured through a process. But I feel like when you endured this, it was you enduring it from more of owning your power. Not like you weren't part of this anymore. You gained your new perspective. You moved, you put an end to an old cycle. You did what was right. And I feel as though there was still some energy to deal with, but you weren't attached to it. And in moving through that drama, chaos, all of the above, you gained your Nine of Coins. That was a lot. It's mutual. We're on the same wavelength, good or bad. Deceit. I have ill intentions and may be planning on deceiving you. Time will bring a surprise. Hopefully it's a good one. Next couple of months. I feel like the Nine of Coins is your surprise in the next couple of months. I'd say hold on to that good energy. Stay clear. Follow your intuition. Seek higher guidance if you need to. So, the water signs had a really good reading. All right. Earth signs, that is what you get. That's what you get. Oh my gosh. I've got so many cards. But, if you weren't happy with what you need to know right meow, the good news is that the mid-months are coming out here shortly. And those are definitely going to be a banger. You just want me to work. Is that what it is, Sean? You could just donate and not have it be a question. Like... Oh, goodness. I'll give it a second. No rejection claimed. Hello, Vicky. Thank you for joining for like 2 seconds at the very end. You're missed. We'll see you Friday. I'm actually surprised she came in because she's out and about. I wasn't expecting to see her. All right, I'm getting off of here. I am thinking about doing something though for, oh, I guess I'm live. I was thinking about Lionsgate. We'll see. We'll see. I actually already am going to be live on Lionsgate. 8/8. Because it's Friday. It's on Friday. Oh my gosh. I have yawns. La 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 la. In a yellow submarine. Yeah, you gotta have a little spicy in the lifey. Oh my gosh. I'm not being called. I'm being called to be done. I am full of songs. I don't know why. There could be some meaning for somebody. That's what I'm sharing. I'm sharing my beautiful singer voice and all of the weird songs as I'm shuffling, even though I said I was done and I'm getting off. All right, I'm going. Hasta la vista. I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys on Friday. We'll Wait, walking in sunshine, yellow submarine, walking on a yellow submarine. No. Okay. Bye, guys.